Hello and welcome. Today I'll be reviewing Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb from 1963. This is directed by Stanley Kubrick, the amazing Stanley Kubrick. Now, this is starring Peter Sellers, great actor, George C. Scott, Sterling Hayden. Really quite cool actors there. Right, so it's bonkers. This film's bonkers. One American army general, he loses his head one day and he initiates like a nuclear strike on Russia, which involves these pilots in a plane. And like once the command is given and certain things happen, like it can't be reverted, right? They're just on a one man. They're on a no return flight to Russia to drop this nuke, and with disastrous effects, as you can imagine. Yeah, the pilots are in charge of the strike. Um, they're brilliant in there. They've got their own little story arc going on, and that's wicked. That's really brilliant, considering the circumstances. Now, it's a comedy. If you didn't already know, yeah, you're in for some laughs if you can get on board with the humour and the subject matter and the context, in relation to, because it's on the nose with what it's talking about with war and, generals and soldiers, foot soldiers, and, it makes fun of it and it's on the nose and it's really quite, tropey, fun tropes. It relishes in the premise. Now, the dude that ordered the strike, he believes Russians have tampered with his water supply and messed with his bodily fluids. Like, he's really just gone to the dark side. I don't know what circles he rolls in. And now Sellers has to juggle with this madcap character, and his life's on the line just being around this dude. And then the soldiers come and collect the dude that's initiated the strike. So like Sellers is like life's on the line like throughout the film. It's really quite cool, and he's going to juggle that to great effect. He's done it before. Yeah, Sellers is naturally sort of his comedic sort of timing and prowess sort of, it really enhances those scenes that are quite, they sort of want it to be tense, but it's a comedy at the same time. So it's really quite cool. It's silly, it's obscure. There are also there are a few phone calls between the American president and the Russian president, and they have these little spats, these exchanges, these childish sort of back and forths, where you think it's all good and they're nonchalant about it, and then they're having these little, hilarious, back and forths. That was really cool. Now back to the pilots. They're ridiculously nonchalant too. Like they're in this, circumstances where it's of certain death, right? When you're in the enemy territory in the end, but they get these rations, right? And when they open these rations, it's the world's smallest Bible and like infinite packs of chewing gum, and they're just sitting there reading magazines, smoking, eating sandwiches. It's brilliant. It's so silly. Caricatures of characters. They're self-destructive. The wheelchair character is. It's very of its time, but you can sort of still, have a laugh with it to this day and sort of see it speaks on bigger things, right? Yeah, that was Doctor Strangelove. I had a lot of fun with this one. Thank you.